everybody! I'm Sean, he's Jack, because I thought I'd introduce him because,
he's editor-in-chief and I'm the bitch.
No, I'm not.
And
to be fair,
we're wearing different t-shirts from last time, as if we filmed it on different days, but it doesn't mean it actually happened.
We did everything and we just brought a change of colour and we didn't, did we? No.
Shut up, man, they won't know.
Alright, I get it. You never know.
Yeah.
We drank quite a lot before this episode because that's just the way it happened.
18 cans of Fosters have gone,
now we're on the wine, so just...
The wife's wine.
Take that wine. Who's on holiday.
Yeah. If she's going to go to fucking Marbella, I can drink her fucking wine.
Absolutely, that's quite right too. So, how do you want? Do you really want to do number 7 again, or do I just carry on? Because I've got the raw footage of it. I've not looked at the list.
Let's re-record number 7, and you can.
You want to re-record number 7? All right.
I'll re-record number 7. You tell me which one works best, right?
Oh yeah, we'll just do that then. Right. So, Jack, number 7.
Number 7, Knock Knock. Now, okay.
So season 10, Capaldi.
Season 10, Capaldi with Bill Potts. Now,
sorry.
Intrinsically, I have nothing actually wrong with the episode. However, I don't consider myself a stupid person, right?
No.
I think I'm relatively smart.
You guys might, but...
Not right now, because I've been drinking.
Yeah.
However, normally...
Disclaimer, yeah.
If you were sitting on the other sofa and we were chatting just like sober person to sober person... Yeah, that sofa.
That one, right there.
It's like, we'd be like, shit man, you messed up the camera, you messed up my image, how dare you?
Nothing's messed up your fucking Fred Durst image. Come on.
Keep rolling.
Come on! Maybe I'll put that as like the background song to this video. Who knows? If I can get away with it, I might try it.
It's better than Africa by Toto, it's fine.
True.
But yeah, so the big thing about this episode for me was it made no sense. It literally made no sense. It's like,
I mean, you've got someone with the caliber of David Suchet.
You've got David Suchet there,
Poirot, and you fucking waste him.
Yeah, he could have been the fucking master, right? Okay.
Indeed.
You know what? Okay, I know they had John Sims come back as the master, and you had Michelle Gomez.
You already established her as Missy by this point, yeah.
As Missy / the master.
Yeah. Well, I never really.
But even so, you've got like 2 versions of the master. You know what? If you had David Suchet being there and be like, yes, I'm another version of the master. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I'm another future incarnation or something like that. Or even a past incarnation.
I'm a past incarnation.
Yeah.
I'm master number 3, my 3rd regeneration.
Yeah, because you never know. There could have been a number of regenerations in between.
Yeah.
We saw John Sim and Missy. Yeah.
Before even that. Even before that, you get to Deadly Assassin. He's on like regeneration 15, which should be impossible, but he's on that.
Oh yeah, well he's basically scavenging for bodies at that point.
Yeah, but even so, you could be like, okay, this is regeneration 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to a regeneration that worked better. What did the other guy with the beard look like?
Oh yeah.
There you go. It's a ridiculous story because you know what? Everyone pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be nice about it. Everyone was just stupid and weird, and it's like, look. I've said before, and I said this in episode 10 about Planet of the Dead. Boring stories are the worst thing that could ever happen to a Doctor Who story. And here's the next step: boring / something bad. Because
the worst combination possible.
There are some stories that I give a free pass to, and you'll see those in my future rest of the 10s. It's like, by any logical sense, you think, oh, hang on, that story is worse. But it's like, you know what? There is something redeemable in it. And I'll go through that when I talk about the episodes, talk about in the future.
I think season 10 suffered from Steve. It was a weird like dichotomy because Stephen Moffat, you knew that this was his last season, and yet he was trying to almost like do a soft reboot. He even admitted it was just like, this is a new fresh start for Doctor Who. You've got a new companion, but it isn't because you're leaving, and so's Capaldi. Yeah. So it can't be a fresh start, and you're sort of rehashing stuff that you did in your glory years, i.e. season 5, and it just felt really empty.
Yeah,
as far as
completely agree.
For most of that season. Yeah.
There's stuff you can do with it, but hang on, it's like, oh wait, my mum's infested with termites from from planet Zaxxor 7.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't care what.
You don't know what it is, or who it is.
Yeah, and it's like, oh look, they're all like termite people, and it's like, well, that's not cool, is it? Because that's not exciting.
Well, it's just basic. It's basic stupid.
Yeah, it's basic.
Basic stupid. That's what it is. Yeah. I totally agree. I mean, it didn't make. I don't need to preface this every time. It didn't make my list because, again, the episodes that I consider either really, really stupid or ones that are just infuriating, and that one was just nah. Take it or leave it. Do you know what I mean? For me, anyway.
For me, it wrote me up.
Like season 10 for me was nah. And spoiler alert, there aren't any episodes from season 10 in my list because I only watched it once, and I thought that was enough because I just didn't.
Well, I think it's a failure of you then, isn't it?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is. I mean, there are episodes in that season that were crap, but not for like a top 10 all-time worst. But anyway, so my number 7, and unfortunately. It's another Peter Capaldi story, and that hurts my soul because, in my opinion, Peter Capaldi is the best New Who Doctor, but he's let down by really crap scripts.
Matt Smith? What? David Tennant? What?
No. I mean, they have their strong points, but for me, Capaldi. But ironically, this episode is just the definition of stupid. So number 7 for me is Kill the Moon.
Should I say something interesting? Number 6 for me is Kill the Moon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you that we were going to get quite similar?
Yeah, it's going to become similar.
So this might get a little bit similar as we go up.
We'll talk about this as we go.
Yeah. So, for me, I mean, in terms of stupid concepts, you can't get much more stupid than this. So, okay. So the episode starts off it's quite mysterious because it's like, all right,
well,
you've got this annoying. Oh, okay, all right, mysterious. It's kind of annoying at the beginning because you've got Courtney, who's the schoolgirl, who Jenna Coleman, aka Clara, teaches at.
She's the school's cum dumpster.
Yeah, basically.
And she's too young to be called that, so what the hell you'd call her?
Well, yeah, but now probably not. But at the time, yeah.
At the time, yeah.
But she died. There's a few episodes. There was like the episode before or the one before that, and it's like, you know, the Doctor treated her like shit. But to be fair, she is an irritating little cow, and so then it's like, oh yeah, no, I want to be special. I want to be special. You're saying I'm not special? Well, yeah, it's fine to be called not special.
Yeah,
get over it. Do you know what I mean? There's so many people in the world that aren't technically called special. That doesn't mean that they need to be called special.
Most people in the world aren't special. That's
exactly.
the thing.
You know, George Carlin said it once in a famous comedy sketch. Check it out on YouTube, and talks about George Carlin and kids, and he goes on about the thing about kids and, like, you know, which is, this was like nearly 20 years ago, but he's a prophet in many ways, where he's like, every child is special. Every child is clearly not special. You know, you are the last winner, and all this sort of, like, you know, you can't just, like, you know, I won't say man up because you can't say that anymore. But, you know, grow a backbone and be like, okay, I lost.
Yeah, no, grow a backbone.
I'll try again.
Grow a backbone is what you need to do.
Yeah. Fucking SJWs.
No one's going to hand you a victory.
No, it's just a shallow one if you do. Anyway, sidetracked. But. So yeah, the beginning of the episode turns out they're like, right, you want to be special? I'll take you to the moon. How about being the first one on the moon? I'm like, okay, alright, this is an interesting direction. What is he going to do here?
Yeah.
He lands on a spaceship, and the spaceship happens to have a shitload of fucking nuclear weapons.
Oh,
so it's like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And it turns out it's like set in a few like, you know, 20, 30 years in the future. Yeah. I'll keep spilling this. What do I keep doing? Anyway.
Spill.
So then on this spaceship, and then you've got Hermione Norris, I think the actress name is.
Yeah.
She's very good. She's been in a lot of stuff in the UK. She's a very talented actress. I respect her a lot. But in this episode, she was just absolutely wasted.
Yes.
Because all she really is like fodder for the debate of, oh, should we kill this thing or shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Right? And this isn't even the worst bit of the story, okay? So, anyway, digressing again. So they land on the moon, and the thing is at this point I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's like an alien invasion story on the moon.
Yeah.
and you've got these like weird spider creatures that are coming out of the crevices and like the craters and stuff. And I'm like, oh, maybe like an alien as in like these aliens have invaded the moon, and if we don't stop these aliens, then you know they're going to take over the moon, and then that's going to affect the Earth.
Yeah.
But what proceeds to happen is probably one of the most ridiculous concepts, and you can even see it in Capaldi's face when he delivers this line.
Yeah.
It's like the moon is an egg. And, I mean, what? Whoever passed it, I mean, I can't even, maybe Stephen Moffat just by this point was like, oh yeah, I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna, you know, oh, it sounds like an interesting idea. But you spend the whole, it's just so stupid because the Doctor goes, oh yeah, no, 100 million years this thing has been orbiting your planet. But no, that's not true because the moon has been orbiting for billions of years. It just doesn't work on any level whatsoever. The fact that it hatches and then suddenly lays another egg and the egg is a moon. So for every Doctor Who episode from this point, you have to take into consideration that, oh yeah, the moon is an egg.
Yeah.
By this like special space dragon. But okay, that concept aside, the most irritating part of this episode is the fact that only half the Earth decide this thing's fate. Clara's and Hermione Noyce's character, whose name I can't remember, apologies, but
no, don't apologies.
They're obviously like the two ends of the spectrum. Obviously, one of them's like, we got to kill this thing, otherwise it's going to destroy humanity, and then Clara's like, we got to save this thing, but you don't know what it is. So either way, you're fucked. And the Doctor, by this point, has buggered off and gone, I'm going to leave it up to you. Which in itself is strange, because when, at any point, really, has he done that? You know what I mean?
He's never done
It's just like, if he's directly involved, he's like, oh, it's not my problem, it's your moon. But he's like gone on for so many years about how he is, you know, he's this, you know, you're not welcome on this planet, I defend it and all this stuff, and yet now all of a sudden, because the moon is a fucking egg, I can't get involved.
Yeah.
Because you're either going to kill this being or not, and I don't know, I just thought it was incredibly stupid. And unfortunately for Peter Capaldi, and this is an ongoing theme in his season, he elevated an otherwise poor script, and this for me is the most ludicrous in terms of just like stupid ideas about having the moon as an egg. It's just like no. So for me, that's why it's number 7. It's stupid, but again, it doesn't really piss me off. But it is stupid enough to why it is that place in the list.
Well, this is the thing, right? When I think about Doctor Who, and I think about, you know, the whole where we're going.
And also, sorry to interrupt, disinfectant. As if disinfectant, literally like fucking bleach, is going to destroy these fucking spiders who are it turns out are fucking parasites on this thing. But yeah, anyway, sorry. It's just things that just work in my brain. Like.
Oh no, we'll get to that when I hit my episode 7 because it's basically the same.
No! Spoilers!
Oh, wait, spoilers?
Spoilers!
No, but the thing is though, right? It's kind of like, when it comes down to it, a lot of this bullshit is just bullshit. So it's like, you can't really argue with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, you know, for example, Love and Monsters is on this list. Purely because it's just stupid. And this is just really, really stupid.
Thing is,
an idea that the moon's a fucking egg.
Every episode of Doctor Who has something redeemable about it. And that, it comes down to people's personal preference. But you know what? Yes, there is something redeemable about every episode of Doctor Who. Whereas like, oh look, I got a free travel there and I have to pay for the last bit home or whatever. Or like, oh look, I'm living there and they're paying for like my housing / flats, whatever, like within a 3-block radius.
Yeah.
Or you got myself and Ellie, who we just basically hate everyone, and it's like, okay, fair enough.
I hate everyone equally.
Yeah. you come into our flat, you're not staying here because fuck you. And so,
exactly.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept, and that's why it deserves to be on this list, because it's just like really. Even like I was saying, even when Capaldi was saying, The moon's an egg. You could tell in his eyes. He was like, "Am I really fucking saying this word?
Yeah.
Am I saying these lines? Do you really? Am I really?"
He's signed up for as weird as Doctor
fine.
Who could be, but it's like, you know what? He was
But as a
expecting
fan, he must be like dying inside a little bit. Jack, number 6.
Right, so number 6, Lie of the Land.
Oh, so
This is,
part of the Monks trilogy.
This is the last episode of the Monks trilogy from series 10 of Peter Capaldi and Bill Potts.
Yeah.
Now, I very seriously thought about having Veritas and
Extremis.
Pyramids
Or was
of...
it
Extremis.
Extremis, yeah.
Extremis and Pyramid at the End of the World on this list as well.
Yeah.
As part of this is a three episode thing.
Yeah.
If I'm being very serious and very honest, Veritas and Pyramid at the End of the World aren't that bad.
No, I mean, Extremis starts
build-ups.
off really interestingly. And then
Yeah.
he goes blind and it's like, holy shit, is he going to be blind for the rest of the season?
This is
Of
it.
course not.
No,
Spoilers.
it isn't. They're very good build-ups to
Yeah.
something that should be happening next.
Yeah.
And obviously that doesn't happen because, you know, in hindsight we know it doesn't happen. Yeah. However, as a build-up, we're like, oh, well, this should be great. And this is what makes it worse than everything else I've said so far, because it's like, you know what? You had opportunity, you had planning, and you wasted it.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this didn't need to be a trilogy.
No.
It really didn't.
No, it didn't.
I mean, 2-part are fine, but do we really need three parts on this sort of interesting alien, which is basically a rehash of the Silence?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that, and it's all virtual and shit. Anyway, yeah, you carry on.
No, that's basically where I am. Extremis was very well done. It was basically all set up to be like, oh look, here we go, and here's like the weird extra thing involving angel wings and flying.
Yeah,
Shit.
and there was all the, it was all about, like Earth's history and stuff, and that's why it reminded me a bit of like the Silence thing, because it was like, oh, this is an unknown thing who's saying, what was it, submit, not submit, but confess. No, not confess. The other word. Like, do you like, pledge yourself and we'll kill you, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Pledge or you will die.
Yeah, exactly.
Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting concept, but yeah, I agree. The third part of that trilogy just sort of like ended really flat, and then it was all to do about Bill and her mum.
Yeah.
Love conquers all and all that shit.
Bill's mum pissed me off in that one because it's like, you know what? Okay, yes.
Bill pissed me off in that one anyway. I mean, she pissed me off for most of that season, but yeah.
You're using Bill to foster people's political opinion, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah,
okay.
by this point we get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, fine, she's a lesbian. We understand that. Yeah. That's fine. That's totally cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You introduced that idea in your first episode, and then you think, all right, fine, and then they just keep harping on about it. But yeah, that for me, that is one of the weakest episodes of season 10.
Yeah, because it's like, you know what? The thing is, right, in the last episode, Lie of the Land, and this is what I had particular issue with, it's like, literally at the very beginning they said, like, okay, it's been like 6 months since the undead monks took over the planet Earth. Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh look, within 30 seconds she's outside her mum's house. Because houses would be a thing for a slave people, but okay.
Yeah. You'd be actually be in camps at this point if it was really something. I know the whole thing about it being like a virtual thing, and yes, he's using his glasses to get in touch with his real self, or is it the other way around? It's I can't even remember. That's the thing. I only watched that episode once. I felt no need to go back to it, much like that whole season. So I completely agree with that statement.
Yeah. It's like the interesting thing about it is the soldiers, because they basically made themselves like a lead jockstrap.
Yeah, true.
And the entire point was just like, right, okay, have you got? And it's like essentially like the new guys came in. It's like, do you have a jockstrap here? It's like, no. Okay, take this one. It's fucking leather pads with like a few cuts put in there, so you can like fold it and say, boom, round my crotch. So now I'm going to aids my cock. And it's like. Yeah, you're right.
The lesson to learn from this episode is Doctor Who gives you AIDS.
Doctor Who gives you AIDS.
Well, it does now.
It tries to heal you as well. On top.
It really does. Well, I totally agree with that, and now I'm being really unprofessional and trying to look up my list because I can't remember it.
Honestly,
actually, no, I think You
this
just
this
can't
is
get
what
stopped.
buttholes do.
You just can't. Yeah, I'm a major one. Okay, so this finally is an episode from Christopher Eccleston's single season, and this is quite possibly one of the most. If you're gonna name like if you're gonna talk about filler episodes,
Yeah.
for me this is the ultimate filler episode, and this is Boomtown. Now, right, Boomtown. Now, if you go back a few episodes, you've got the fucking Slitheen, okay? And the reason why I didn't include, originally I was going to include the whole Slitheen trilogy. But for me, I rewatched the Slitheen trilogy, and while I still don't like the aliens, the concept of them,
Yeah.
there was other bits and pieces going on in that story. Christopher Eccleston was really good in it, and you know, okay, it had some annoying things, but as a two-parter, I'll give it a pass because it wasn't awful. Whereas Boomtown for me was just like Russell T Davies is like, look at this alien that I've introduced. I'm going to introduce it again for a third time in your first season.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because they're not that strong a villain. Do you know what I mean? And it's just pointless. So you've got Margaret Slitheen, who is miraculously the survivor of the original Slitheen, because she has this fucking like teleport thing in her necklace, which means, oh yeah, no, I escaped just afterwards before like the fucking nuclear bomb hit, and you're going to sleep. So let's finish this now. I think we'll carry on with this next week, and I think we won't drink as much next time, and we'll just go straight onto it. But just as a sort of like a preview, episode 6 on my top 10 worst list is Boomtown. You got a little bit of a taster. More to follow. Bye.